The American Community School of Abu Dhabi (ACS) demonstrates how one school has incorporated #MyFreedomDay as part of its educational program for students of all ages to learn about what it means to be free.
Hi, my name is Bela and I'm in 11th grade, and to me freedom means to be able to stand up for what I believe in, to act and speak independently, and to advocate for those who can't. One thing that I'm really passionate about is advocating for workers' rights in Abu Dhabi, and a project that I've been working on recently is the ACS labor values. So the ACS labor values would ensure that ACS works with ethical contractors during the building of our new campus. On My Freedom Day, we really wanted to make sure that we engage our community and raise awareness about this issue. So the Red Crescent Club that I'm working in has reached out to NYU Abu Dhabi to have a town hall and a workshop to raise awareness about migrant worker rights.
Students in grade 5 last year made bracelets using recycled materials. In the morning, students who are now in grade 6 that helped make them last year will get the opportunity to distribute them to every student in this school this year.
12 fifth grade students wrote and performed a TED Talk to advocate against a specific type of modern-day slavery. They spoke about the industries using child and forced labor, told someone's story, and offered a call to action. 8 students wrote poems describing the crimes of modern-day slavery and what it takes to make a change.
Meet Solange. Solange is the mother of 6 children who works in the mica mines of Madagascar. She and her family work from 5 a.m. to 6 p.m. every single day. Their home is at the mica mines, so no one steals the mica. Quick detour. Mica is a very valuable resource, and it is used in most technological devices today. Airplanes, phones, and even this TV is all made from mica.
But a lot of children in the world don't even have an education. Just a few weeks ago, we started talking about slavery. Now, I thought slavery was over, but I was wrong. There are more than 40 million slaves in the world today.
We've all been on vacations, traveling to new places. And have you ever taken the time to look beyond what you can see? About a year ago, my family and I went to India. We were touring a slum in Delhi when we came across a group of kids sorting trash. They were doing this for a man behind them. Our tour guide told us that these kids were being paid 10 cents or less a day.
If you see a shooting star, maybe a slave has made a wish. They made a wish upon the star that flew by, hoping it will be true. We are the future. We can make those wishes true. The wishes of freedom every slave should pursue. We must work together to make those wishes come true. We can be the stars that make those wishes true. If we work together, the wishes will come through.
Stop slavery. There are many ways to stop slavery, and one way is to donate to organizations. There are lots of organizations out there, such as goodweave.org, endslaveryandtrafficking.org, invisibleChildren.com, and many more. Social media is a huge help. Post something on your social media account that spreads awareness about child slavery. Slavery needs to end. Every single person out there can do something. So don't just sit there. Get out there, raise your voice, and end slavery once and for all.
When I learned about modern-day slavery in 5th grade, I was shocked. How could kids my age be going through so much labor? But whether I liked it or not, it was true. One way I can prevent modern-day slavery is by spreading awareness, and I will do that by letting everyone I know about this economical crime.
Debt bondage usually takes place in the Indian subcontinent, where 82% of debt bondage slaves still exist. It is not profound of how many slaves exist in these countries, but there are at least 7 million slaves under debt in the countries Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Nepal, and Afghanistan. What counts in life is not the mere fact that we live. It is what difference we have made to the lives of others that will determine the significance of the life we lead. Nelson Mandela.
Anyone can fall into forced labor. It's not have to be a specific age group, male or female, or from a certain country. So anyone who's able to work can be affected by this form of modern-day slavery. According to the article Forced Labor and COVID,
It states that COVID has increased the rates of forced child slavery.
I found out about modern day slavery when I was in the 5th grade. From then, I did a TED Talk event at my school where I shared poems that I wrote about slavery aloud. I even wrote a transcript about this topic that I was once completely unaware of. And I also got to share that transcript in front of my classmates.
Even though the internal African slave trade was abolished in colonial Mali in 1905, descent-based slavery still continues to this day. Descent-based slavery also occurs in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, North Korea, Nigeria, etc. This type of slavery can affect the families that are enslaved and the babies that are born into that type of family.
Did you know that today people are born into slavery? These people are being controlled by the same slave-owning families and are going through descent-based slavery. Have you ever heard of descent-based slavery? Maybe when you were sitting in social studies and are discussing slave practices from the past. But this isn't the past, this is today. Descent-based slavery is something that is happening around the world that is very terrible and unfair. It is when someone is born into slavery because his or her ancestor was a slave.
I thought there was less. Modern day slavery, I didn't know that 40 million people, that number should be way low. 25% are children. It's too hard to think about. Some parents are so poor they thought it was their only way out.
Unfortunately, you can find debt bondage in almost any country you can think of, even the major countries like the USA and Europe.
What do you see when you look at this shirt? Colors, a logo. But what you don't see are the sweat, tears, and depression of a child laborer. A girl named Priya in Bangladesh wakes up every morning at 5 a.m., eats a few bites of rice, and gets straight to work. She works 12 to 14 hours a day, making 1,400 shirts. She has to sleep on the hard and dirty floor and work without even any support from her back. She gets beaten, she gets punished, she gets starved.
Well, I think of people that are free, and I sometimes have memories. I sometimes think about people that aren't so free, and I wish they could be free, because they deserve it. We are all human, so we should all be treated the same way.
Flying high, drowning low, doing things that you don't know, working hard every day with not much rest and little pay, wanting to run far away, but then you shiver and you stay, getting beaten, pulled and pushed, doing things they'll make you shush. The pride of education, play and more, sleeping on the hard and dirty floor. They'll make you work with all you can, so we need to stop and make a plan. To stop the slavery, labor and more, to help the ones whose life is a big, tragic storm. That's our job, our only one, to free the people. That should be done.
Teenage students are sought out for employment, where they are routinely uncompensated for injuries maintained on the job. They are also forced to work double or even triple the overtime limit, which can amount to a staggering 108 hours a month of overtime.
I love playing during recess and having new experiences every day. I also love learning new things every day from both my teachers and my friends. Even if there's some days that I don't want to go to school, going to school is very obvious to me and I can't imagine my life without school. However, there's some kids around the world that do not have school in their life. School might just be in their imagination even if they want to go. For example, they might be weaving carpets while I'm taking a test in my math class.
These kids are sacrificing their childhood just to provide for their family and themselves. We can help child slavery disappear by taking awareness and letting more people know about it. Because these kids like myself are the future of this world. It's not fair that we have an education and they don't. It's not fair that we have food and a roof over our head and they don't. It's not fair that they have to work and we don't. Every kid should have a right to be free and to be a kid.
Do you want to help little boys like Francis? Do you want to stop child slavery? Well, there's still a chance to raise awareness and let people all around the world know, because if only one person cares, then nothing will happen. Many websites bring people together to do everything they can to stop child slavery. One website in particular is called Invisible Children. This website exists to stop violent conflict, raise awareness about child slavery, and help the most at-risk communities.
What happens when a woman takes power? What happens when she won't back down? What happens when a woman takes power? What happens? What happens? What happens when a woman takes power? What happens when she won't back down? What happens when a woman takes power? What happens? What happens? What happens when a woman takes power? What happens when she won't back down? What happens when a woman takes power? What happens when she wears the crown? What happens when she rules her own body? What happens when she sets the beat? What happens when she bows to nobody? What happens when she stands on her own 2 feet? What happens when a woman takes power? What happens when she won't back down? What happens when a woman takes power? What happens? What happens? What happens when a woman takes power? What happens when she won't back down? What happens when a woman takes power? What happens when she wears the crown? Oh, we rise above. Oh, we lead with love. Oh, we have won. We are one. We've just begun. Whoa, we rise above. Oh, we lead with love. We have won. We are one. We've just begun. What happens when a woman takes power? What happens when she won't back down? What happens when a woman takes power? What happens? What happens? What happens? What happens? What happens when she wears the crown?
And we really hope that this project will help people think about their own freedoms and what they can do to help others.